Hi guys, today we want to talk about the recent success we've had in mattress sales at Chandler. I thought first we'd start with our mattress sale history so you can see the impact first. We've got 2017, 18, and 19 here. In 2017, March, we did 8,800 in mattresses. April, 11,600 bucks almost. And May, 10,500 almost. 2018, 6,500 bucks in mattresses in March. $5,300 in mattresses in April. And $17,700 in mattresses in May. This year we've got a new idea, and it's taken off. It's really helped us get into the mattress sale. We started in March. We did $32,778 in mattresses, so you can see a huge increase there. In April, $40,758 in mattresses, another huge increase. And this month we're actually pacing $46,000, so we keep getting better and better at it. Just looking at the years as a whole. In 2017, the entire year, we did $121,000 in mattresses. 2018, we did $189,000 in mattresses. And 2019, we're pacing it. We repeat these 3 months all year, and these are not the best 3 selling months of the year. They're not the busiest 3 months of the year. We'll do $478,000 in mattresses this year. So let's get to the idea. All right, so our challenge has been getting customers to the mattress. That's been the biggest challenge. Over the last couple of years, we've tried a lot of stuff. We've tried how old is your mattress? Do you love your mattress? Are you guys in the market for a mattress? How'd you sleep last night? Well, we had moderate success with some of them. The reason we think they didn't work the best is the customer felt a sales pitch was coming. So we asked them, how old's your mattress? And seemingly everybody bought a mattress, within the last month or the last couple months. That was the customer's deflection of how to get us not to proceed with the mattress demo. So Tracy had a fantastic idea. It was to incentivize the customer to purchase a mattress and get a discount off of what they were already buying. So the idea is this: when we get a customer in, we want to take care of their need first. If we start talking about mattresses at the very beginning, they come in for a chair, we're not serving our clients. So we want to talk about what they want to do. We want to take care of their need. Build their whole room, get them situated, and then at some point, we've got a chair picked out or a sofa picked out. We say, Lazy Boy's partners with Simmons and Tempur-Pedic. Right now, when you purchase any mattress set, they'll contribute $300 towards your new Lazy Boy chair. So if you're in the market right now, if you're in the market for a mattress, now's the perfect time. You might as well take the discount on the chair because you can't get that later. It's really changing the way the customer hears it. Customers are saying, all right, I'll look at a mattress while I'm here, especially if I can get a discount on the chair that I'm already buying. Okay, so now you've got a customer interested in looking at mattresses. The last thing we want to do is run right to the mattresses and start showing them mattresses and find out what they like. We want to ask some questions first, just like you do when you have a Lazy Boy chair customer or a sofa customer. We want to develop them. With mattresses, we want to build an authoritative position that we know what we're talking about, and we're going to get them to the right bed. We want the customer to have confidence in them. So here's the 4 questions that we ask. We're going to use all the information of the answers. We're going to use all this stuff later to help us sell the mattress. First question is, do you guys have a preference to Tempur-Pedic or Simmons? We want to ask that first because we have both here at Chandler. I'd say skip that question if you don't have Tempur-Pedic in your store. And I always tell everybody, if they like Tempur-Pedic or they like Simmons, don't fight an uphill battle, go to the brand that they like. Most people will not have a preference, and then you can just take where you're more comfortable. Number 2, do you guys have any back, hip, neck, shoulder issues? That will help you when you talk about spine alignment later and how it's going to help them with certain things. If you talk to a couple, at least one of them usually has some type of a back issue or a neck issue. Third question is, do you guys sleep hot or cold? We want to ask that question because we have temperature management systems in our mattresses that we can talk about later, and we can tie back into how they answered that question, and they'll say, man, that salesperson was really listening. And I think this is the most important question. This is going to tell you why they're even interested in looking at the mattress. It's what don't you love about your current mattress? You'll find that 90% of people are going to say it sags in the middle, or we got these ruts in the middle of our mattress that we can't roll out of. That answer, when you demo to this answer right here, that's gonna get you a lot of mattress sales. Okay, so now we are to the mattresses. We've got a bunch of tips for mattress sales all the way through. I'll just say that all of these tips for selling mattresses have come from our current employees, very little bit from myself, and a lot from mattress reps, old and new. Let's start with when we get over to the beds. We've got the answers now. We've got the answers to their questions. We got a couple tips here before you actually get them in the bed. We want to tell them, we want to build a either or close. So we want to tell them, we're going to ask them to lay on 2 beds. So I got 2 beds I want to show you today. I recommend going to the same 2 beds every time. If I go to Tempur-Pedic, I've got my 2 Tempurs that I start at, and then if I go to Simmons, I got my 2 Simmons I start at. We're going to pick 2 beds that are different feels, so we can find out what the customer likes. The next question I ask is, and our rep taught us this: has anybody ever taught you how to buy a mattress? Every customer will say no. I've never had a customer say yes. And then we talk about spine alignment and a good night's sleep. Customers want to talk about firm or soft, and they make a quick assessment right when they hit the bed. Oh, it's too firm or it's too soft. And throughout the process, I can lead them to, well, let's look and see how your spine is aligned, and because ultimately you want spine alignment and a good night's sleep, with temperature management in there as well. Third tip is we never want to be standing over the mattress when the customer lies on it. It's very awkward at this angle. I recommend, and I always put a dining chair down next to the bed. I sit down first, I get on their level, and I welcome them to lay down on the bed. Last thing to do before they lay on the bed is customers want to get on the bed and get off the bed immediately. You say, actually everything inside the mattress takes 12 to 15 seconds for everything to adjust. So go on and lay down there for a minute. Once 12 to 15 seconds has passed, the customer's comfort level is better, and they'll stay in the mattress at that point. But they want to pop back up if you don't tell them the 12 to 15 seconds for everything to adjust. All right, now let's demo mattress. All right, so now we've got a customer laying on the mattress, and we're giving them their 12 to 15 seconds to let the mattress adjust. We've got a mattress process here that works on every mattress. The mattress industry changes all the time, so we like to sell from a comfort level versus a spec level. Spec level would be, how many coils, what's the gauge of the wire, what's the density of the foam. The customers really don't care, is what we've learned about that. They want to know how they're going to sleep at night. So the very first question we're going to ask, how's that feel? If they don't like it, let's move to another mattress. But we're going to find out what they don't like about it first. If they love it, then we're going to reference back to the 4 questions that we asked earlier. There's 3 left. So when I asked them if you had back, shoulder, neck, or hip issues, let's say they said back issues. We're going to then do a spine alignment test. I'll show you that a little bit later. But we'll do a spine alignment test. We're going to test the gap in their lower back to see how well it hugs their back. If they said, most of the customers will say they sleep hot. We're going to have a little bit of product knowledge about each mattress to know why or how the mattress has temperature management. For example, the 2 beds that I go to on the Simmons side, they both are the only mattresses in the industry that have carbon fiber in the foam. So I can say, they make brakes out of carbon fiber for cars because it has temperature management on the brakes, so you don't like brakes getting hot. Same type of technology in your mattress. And then the last question, what don't you love about your mattress? Most of the customers, like I said earlier, talk about the dips in the mattress, and Simmons has a really cool story of how their bed, how they manage that. So let's go to spine alignment first, because that's the first one in the order. Let me grab this tool over here. So this board is designed to represent a person's back, and this is the mattress. So if a bed is too firm, you'll sit up on top of the coils and not get support. If it's too soft, it won't give you support, and you'll be sinking way down to usually hammocking, where your hips will be 3 or 4 inches, below your feet and below your upper body. We don't want them too soft either. Again, we want to talk about spine alignment. So what we do with the customer is we have them lay on their bed. If they have a spouse with them, we have them do it. If not, we kind of guide them to it, and they usually ask me if I'll do it. But what we have them do is they tuck their hand underneath their belt to see what kind of support they get in the small of their back. So, and customers will be able to tell if it's a bigger a bigger gap or a smaller gap. We'll do that on the video here in a little bit. For hot or cold, we talk about the temperature management for that specific bed. So you have to learn your beds a little bit. And then what don't you love about your mattress? I'll tell you the Simmons story on that. Simmons uses for about 5 years now, they've used a machine called the Transfluxer. It's been used in the automobile industry for 30 to 40 years. I share this story with every single customer because it's very impactful. You probably have never replaced the seats in your car, because what they do in the automobile industry is they break the foam down before they make it into a car seat. Well, Simmons is the only mattress company on the market that completely breaks their foam down before they make it into a mattress. So you don't have impressions in your car seats, you're not going to have impressions in your mattresses. And that really hits home with the customers, and that's kind of all they need to hear sometimes, and it's 100% true. Okay, so we're gonna do the 3 spine alignment tests. If they have a spouse with them, it is a little bit easier when you're selling a customer than they usually do, but if they don't, it's okay, we can still do it. So the first test is, we're gonna have a look. We're just gonna look from the side and see where you can tell if it fits a customer, or if the mattress isn't supporting them correctly. We picked a bed to start that did not fit Bo very well, just to kind of see. You can see how much lower his hips are than his knees and his shoulders. This bed, he's hammocking in it quite a bit. If he's got a spouse with him, I can say, here, come over here while Bo's laying there, and I'll show them that this bed does not fit him well. It builds trust. They're like, okay, this guy wants to get me the right bed. The next thing we can do is where we have the customer put their hand in, or their spouse put their hand in underneath their belt line to find out how tight it is. A lot of times the customers can't tell. So Bo, why don't you go ahead and tuck your hand underneath your belt line, just a little bit above your belt line, and tell me if that feels tight in there.
It's hard to tell. Yeah.
It's hard to tell. So usually by this time the customer will say, do you mind checking for me? And I have no problem with it. I've never had a customer have a problem with it. I'll have the spouse do it. I'll have the spouse do it on this bed, and I'll say, let's go do it on this other bed. And you can usually tell which one's tighter. So do you mind if I try it, Bo?
Yeah, sure.
And then it's always hands down. You don't want to do this. You want to have your hand down, tuck underneath. And this bed is pretty loose. I wish you guys could tell how it was, but it's not. So that's the second one. I would already tell the customer that this bed doesn't fit him very well. All right, now Bo, go ahead and lay down on your side. And this will give you the visual. If you're not comfortable doing it that way, this will give you the visual of what we just saw, because you'll weigh the same amount whether you're on your side or your back, all the way through your body. So again, spouses help, but if not, hey Bo, can I find your spine here?
Yeah. Okay,
so you always ask permission, but there's the top of his spine, and I would have the spouse do that if they were here. But come on over here. And there is the base of his spine right there. There's about a 4-inch difference. He's gonna wake up with back pain. This is not the right bed for him. Now let's go to the second bed that we were gonna show him. So we found the bed that fits Bo better, and we'll show you this bed now. So, all right, so we can see how he's now. When I say fits him better, it's not perfect. It's not going to be perfectly straight, but it's a lot better than the other bed, and it's the better of the two choices. So, all right, so Bo, go ahead and do the underneath your belt there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell or not.
Yeah, it is definitely tight.
Do you mind if I check?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's you couldn't slip anything on a piece of paper, nothing rather. That's a really good fitting mattress from that position. You always want to start with how does the bed feel, with that, make sure he likes it before you tell him it fits perfectly. Go ahead and lay on your side here, Bo. This is what we'll be able to see on the video.
All right, honey. Bye-bye.
Okay. So before there was about a 4-inch difference from the top of the spine. Again, ask permission before you. There's the top of the spine, and there's the bottom of the spine. It's almost perfectly flat. So this bed fits him really good. If from a comfort standpoint, he likes the bed, this bed is like the perfect bed for fit for Bo. So. All right, so we've got the bed that we found that Bo likes. A couple other tips here. When you're showing one bed and another bed, you always want to say, all right, try to remember to the customer, try to remember exactly how that feels, the support you're getting on the back, the support you're getting everywhere, your comfort level before we go to the next one, so it's not bounce all over the place. And lastly, this one's really important. If the customer can't pick a bed, you've got to pick a bed for them. If they can't decide which one they like better, we use the technique from the spine alignment to say, hey, this one fits you better. They're going to be happier with the bed that fits them better, and you're going to get more referrals from it, and we're not going to be taking returns on mattresses when you sell them the correct bed. All right, so now we got the mattress picked out. Now we want to pick the base. We want to show Bo all the benefits of the power base here. There's 4 things I cover when I'm demoing the power base. The respiratory benefits, what zero gravity is. I'll cover that really quick. Zero gravity is the position that astronauts take off into space. Your body can handle the most amount of pressure in that position, so that's why they handle it. We have a 1-button control for zero gravity on our remote here. Then we'll talk about circulation benefits, and the reason most people buy it is for TV viewing and reading and bed. So we'll do the whole demo in one shot here. We got Bo. The first thing when we went back to the bed to lay down, I sold a pillow. The effects are more amplified if it does not have a pillow. All right, Bo. So what I want you to do now is we want to mimic sleep breathing. I want you to take 4 or 5 deep breaths. When we sleep breathe, we slow our breathing way down, but we take deeper breaths. So take 4 or 5 of those breaths and just focus on the amount of effort it's taking you to breathe. Get that effort memorized? Okay, now I'm going to put you up at about 8 degrees, 9 degrees here. And I want you to take those same breaths and tell me what you notice.
Oh yeah, way easier.
It's way easier to breathe. Now, some people this is life-changing for, and that'll be the one benefit. They'll buy it right off the bat there. If it's sleep apnea, snoring, acid reflux, I'll ask my customers if they have any of those, and that's a benefit as well. So often people will toss and turn at night because they feel their shoulders, their neck, their back, they've got a problem there, and it's really a respiratory issue. They're not breathing well, so their body will toss and turn until it finds an appropriate way to breathe. All right, Bo, now we're going to go ahead and put you in a position called zero gravity. I already explained what that was. Where this is designed to make you feel weightless and relieve the pressure on your body. How does that feel there, Bo?
Wow, very comfortable.
Extremely comfortable. If you've never tried it, it's extremely comfortable. And I'll let them lay here for 30, 45 seconds before we go to the next one. Now we're going to do the circulation benefits. Now, if you've got a client an older client, I will spend more time here. If you've got a client that's 22, 25, 30, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here because you want to demo to your client. But if you put your feet above your heart for 10, 15 minutes a day, it will help your circulation. I will tell the customer, if this bothers you, I want you to let me know, because the blood sometimes will rush to people's head and they won't like it, but very few. So I'll put the feet down to start, and I'm going to lower his head. So we'll take him back to the flat position. And I'll talk a little about circulation before I do it, and then sometimes they will say, yeah, they need some help there. We'll put the feet all the way up. Well, if you can commit to 10, 15 minutes a day of this, it actually gives your heart a break. It's anti-aging because your heart doesn't get a whole lot of opportunities to stop during the day. But 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a night, this will really help you with any circulation issues they may be having. So, all right, I'm gonna put you back down, Bo. You gotta let them know they think the demo's over, but it's not. So I'll ask a question here, Bo. Do you watch TV or read at night or use your laptop in bed?
I watch TV.
You watch TV. Most customers you find well. What I want you to do is when you watch TV, you build a little pillow fort behind you. I'm assuming everybody does it.
Yep.
Now you don't even need a pillow. I'm gonna sit you up, and I want you to picture your TV on the wall across from you, and stop me when you're looking right at the TV.
All right.
Right there? Now you're looking at the TV? Okay. Some people like their feet up a little bit when they're watching TV, but it's so much better than stacking pillows behind you.
Way better.
Way better. Gives you consistent support instead of pillows moving on you. This is a benefit that most people buy the base for. One other benefit I didn't say earlier, if you've got somebody with, the elderly, they got hip issues or shoulder issues, they have a hard time getting out of bed, you can utilize the base to get them all, it'll sit them straight up. I'm not going to take Bo there right now, but in this position, I'll hand the remote over to Bo. And you can go and play with the buttons there. You see how the motors work independently of each other. I never give them the remote till it's over, so they do it the way that I want to do it. But
What's this? Vibrate?
Yep, we weren't there yet, but yeah, there's a vibrate on the new Simmons bases. It's got three different levels of vibrate on there. But yeah, that's also a circulation benefit. If they're vibrate in the base, it stimulates cells and it helps with circulation as well. So at this point, ask for the sale, overcome objections, and write it up.